You want to hit it or you want me to hit the intro?
I can do the intro.
All right, go ahead. Let's hit it.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the Plethora Show. I'm King Rose, and I'm here with my boy.
Magic finger, baby. Let's go.
All right.
I
what do
hate
we
when I
got in
say
mind
that,
for
bro.
today?
Dude, I hate my intro, bro. Hold on. I got to change it real quick.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Plethora Show. I'm King Rose, and I'm here with my boy.
Magic finger.
All right. Well, let's just get into it.
Bro, that's horrible, too.
Welcome to another episode of the Plethora Show. Thank you for tuning in. I'm King Rose, and I'm here with my boy.
All right, what's up, guys? It's Magic finger.
Only took us three times to get it on the first try.
No, just one try. There was no other. There was no additional tries. It was just perfect from the start.
Right. My bad.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
So what's on your mind today?
Well, I want everyone to know I've reorganized my room. I've dropped some bread, I got new posters, and then I swapped out the ugly thing. That's where my cats eat. I don't know where to move that. I got a light bulb. It's in a regular light bulb mode right now, but it changes colors and all that. And then I got a lava lamp for Five Below. So just want everyone to acknowledge, especially in the comments, like how good my room looks. Anyways, what about you?
I mean, not much, man. I'm just here to chop it up. I'm thinking TV, movies, music, anything's really on the table today.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a special guest, Mr. Boyd, but he was busy. He was on a drive back to Lubbock. But
Things happen. Guests fall through. That's just part of it. I
But-
guess this is only my second episode, and we know about the typos on the last video.
hey, bro.
We'll fix them. We know.
All I gotta say, bro, is the day before that I was editing for like 4 hours.
You had it right in the title, just and in the intro, just not throughout the longest, most important part.
Just see it for a solid hour. The word plethora was just on the bottom, just spelled
Plethora.
wrong. So, for your topic of movies, I have some movies upcoming in 2024 and maybe in 2025 that I would like to talk about.
All right, what are you thinking?
I didn't even know some of these movies were coming out until today. But the first one on my list is one that I think has been loved on the wrong way by Hollywood. The first two movies were insane. The third one they just did, the remake, was terrible with David Harbour. They're coming with a new one. Most people don't realize it's Hellboy: The Crooked Man, and we have another person starring as Hellboy, which I don't even know who the hell this guy is, but it's Jack Kesey, maybe Kesey. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I don't know.
But
I'm not familiar.
so we had. Did you watch the David Harbour Hellboy?
I've never
new-
seen it. No.
Did you watch the first two?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Those are
those
classics.
those are fucking great movies, like cult classic
Yeah.
movies. Even the second one, that's like such a rare occasion where Ron Perlman just kills it as Hellboy, and no one, I don't think anyone else can play him.
He just is Hellboy.
Dude. But and then they did I forgot when it came out, maybe 2018, 2020. They did a remake of Hellboy, and it was David Harbour from Stranger Things. I love him as an actor, don't get me wrong. I thought he was great in Black Widow, but I think he just missed the mark, and he's a bigger dude, and that's all right, but he looked kind of fat. Like Hellboy looked kind of fat, and that's not how dude's literally like the son of Satan. Like, I don't know.
All right, he's supposed to be just like massive and like
But
beefy, but not fat.
yeah. So I watched the trailer for this new Hellboy coming out, The Crooked Man, and they changed it from more of like a, not like a, what vibe was that? Like kind of like a art, like a what word am I looking for? Like a
Horror,
dark
sci-fi.
It's like a dark fantasy horror sci-fi
Yeah,
mix.
kinda.
It was just a good movie, And they changed this new one coming out as more of a horror film, which is interesting to me because I can see how you would think maybe Hellboy should be like a horror film, but he shouldn't be scared of anything. Like that's not his thing.
Yeah,
You know?
no, you can make it like, I think you could go like almost like a Predator route with it, where like
But the dude,
it is like intense, but
Yeah.
they're locked in,
so the dude that's starring as Hellboy isn't jacked. He's like a skinnier looking dude. Like I don't know. He's cut. Don't get me wrong, but like does not give me Hellboy vibes, and the horns look off. I don't know. It just
I have to check it out
I watched the
because
trailer today. I just found
I
out it was
haven't heard
coming
of
out
it at all.
like an hour ago, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and Hellboy is my favorite superhero or anti-hero. My favorite hero in general. I love Hellboy. I love his vibes. I think he's sick, but I don't know. I don't want to see them do him dirty again. It sucks whenever like people like the industry does like your favorite hero dirty.
Yeah.
You know, especially like having first two movies like that back in like the early 2000s that were like solid, just great movies. So the second one on my list is Beetlejuice, the new Beetlejuice coming out
Okay. I
by
knew
Tim
about
Burton.
that one.
A lot of people know about that one. Dude, am I living in an alternate universe, or was Johnny Depp supposed to play Beetlejuice?
No, it's always been Michael Keaton.
Dude, I must have, dude. I don't know where I am, dude. In my mind, Johnny Depp was playing him the entire time, and I was super excited for it. And then I found out Michael Keaton's playing him. I'm like, what? I mean, I could see it. They look similar. He looks like Beetlejuice. And
No, he is. He played Beetlejuice in the old movie too. This is a sequel,
really?
not a. Yeah, it's not a remake.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
yeah, it's a sequel. It's still gonna have Winona Ryder. They're just I think the star of this one is Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, the girl that played Wednesday in the Wednesday series that I didn't watch,
Yeah.
but Cameron watched that, so I don't. Maybe it's good. Um, but
But
yeah,
yeah, it's always been Michael Keaton.
I look like such a scrub right now, bro. I look like such a unknowledgeable scrub, but it's
Yeah,
okay,
bro. You're just an idiot who doesn't know anything about movies.
dude.
Get out of here. Boo,
I could have,
tomatoes.
dude. I could have swore, bro. If I go ask Cameron right now, she would probably tell me it's Johnny Depp.
He does have Johnny Depp vibes. It seems like a
Dude,
character Johnny Depp would play.
it seems like a different kind of Johnny Depp character that I would like to see, but that's okay. I mean, he played Sweeney Todd. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
seen the musical. I thought he did great, but
Uh, Edward Scissorhands.
yeah, like I think he has a Tim Burton vibe. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is kind of like a more. Nah, Michael Keaton. Yeah, I didn't realize it was the same guy. I thought it was a different actor. Okay, I need to get up on my Beetlejuice lore. Anyways, moving on. Third movie. I think I have about seven on here, but or maybe six, there's six. So the third movie that piqued my interest. Everyone knows this is coming out, I think, but it's the second Joker. Folie à
Mhm.
Deux, I think, with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Is that?
I'm getting less and less excited for it.
Yeah, when I saw it, so I saw the trailer come out. I forgot what movie it was. I think it was Longlegs. I was watching that. I was watching Longlegs and I saw the trailer. I thought, oh, it looks really cool, but now I'm just like, don't get me wrong. The first Joker was great, or the Joker that Joker rendition was amazing.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
really
it was
good.
awesome.
But it seems like this one, I don't know where else they can go with it because Batman's not in it,
Yeah,
right?
and the director just came out and said some things that really threw me.
Like
He
what?
was like, "We're trying to. This is never gonna be anything like the comics. We're trying to make it as far away from the comic characterization as possible." And it's like, so you're just riding the coattails of a IP and making your
Yeah,
own movie, basically. Like, if it's gonna be the Joker and Harley Quinn, make it the Joker and Harley Quinn. Because no matter what you say about the first movie, you can still argue, yeah, that could be the Joker eventually. You
dude.
know?
You know what? You know what Joker movie I think would hit? I well, hold on, let me go back from straight from the comments. I think it
Okay.
might be okay to change a couple things. Like it might be hard to switch stuff from a comic book to a movie. Like I get that, but I think at its core it should be the same. You know, because it's not
Exactly.
your
They should
character.
have exactly.
You didn't make
If
him.
not, you're just using it to make money. Because
Yeah,
everybody knows the Joker, everyone knows Harley Quinn.
you're basically just using the name
But
and
this
then
isn't the Joker and Harley Quinn.
yeah, this is. I thought it was interesting to see the Joker played a different way. Don't get me wrong. Like I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
it was
it.
super cool.
It was like a very heavily on like mental health vibes and all that stuff that I don't think gets talked enough in like society. So I thought it was really great. But I I want to see what's that? You probably know the answer to this, but there's a rendition of Joker where he's really messed up and he like doesn't he kill Batman or he like tortures him?
Uh,
He's like a scary Joker.
the Batman Who Laughs, I think.
That one, I want to see that a movie. Something super dark and like I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, I don't remember the exact story, but I think Batman kills the Joker, and the Joker's like heart had like Joker gas in it.
Okay.
So when Batman killed him, he basically became the Joker. And he has all these rabid little kids on like leashes, and they're like his Robins,
What the
and
fuck?
it's insane.
So it sounds kind of fucked up.
Just absolutely nuts.
I would still like to see it, but
It'd be pretty cool.
yeah, I am with you on the getting less excited about that whole what am I trying to say about the whole genre, not genre, but that whole like franchise. Now it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's I was giving it a pass when I thought it was gonna be a musical, and I was like, all right, this could be weird.
Oh, it's supposed to be a musical.
Let's try it. Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure they announced that early on. And
That would be
I was
super
like, all right, this
interesting.
could get weird. I'm interested.
That would
And
be
then
completely different, something new.
right?
I think it'd be
But with the
extremely difficult to
director
pull off.
just completely disrespecting the source material, like
Yeah,
saying that it doesn't need to be involved at all, that kind of throws me, because people made these characters and you're just gonna completely change them and take the name.
yeah. No, yeah, I get what you're saying completely. Yeah, but moving on, my fourth movie on my list that I'm kind of anticipated for is the Terrifier 3. I didn't know they were making this, but it comes
I haven't
out.
even seen the second one.
Neither have I, but I've seen like clips and highlight reels of it. It looks really fucked up. Have you seen the
Yeah.
first one?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, the first one is insane. Like,
It's so
I don't even,
strange,
I don't even want
man.
to say half the stuff it does, but I understand that genre. That I hate those type of movies, but like for those of you that haven't seen the Terrifier, it's like a gore fest, and it's a
Yeah,
disturbing
that's
movie, and that's all. That's it. It's not there to like. It's just there to
you
like.
don't get a fun story or anything. It's
It's
just
literally just there to make your stomach turn, and that's about it, or make you really uncomfortable. And it does do that, and it does its job. And the directors know what
it
they're doing.
succeeds at what it's trying to do.
You got to give it credit. And the second one, it's just it looks like the first one, except more blood and more. And he's more OP. But this third one, I had no idea it was coming out, and they cranked it out extremely fast. Like they must have just immediately started working on the third one when the second one like was finished.
I believe it, man. I don't think it takes too much time and creative process to get those movies out, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think it does either. I mean, I think he's a cool character, a new character. They did him in Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat too, which is pretty sick. I don't like Mortal Kombat, but it's pretty cool
I
seeing him.
liked the I liked the first movie. It was a little weird. The main character was not from the games at all. He was just a completely new character introduced.
Yeah,
But it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's a Mortal
yeah,
Kombat movie, so
yeah,
those haven't
yeah.
been historically amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on from that one. Fifth movie that I don't know if I'm interested in or not, or if I should be excited or I should be like, what the fuck, man? Is the Minecraft movie with
Oh,
Jack Black as Steve. Is that correct?
yeah, unfortunately, it's live action too, so it's not even like
Yeah.
he's gonna voice Steve.
Yeah, I don't. He doesn't look anything like Steve, but I love Jack Black. Don't get me wrong, I love Jack Black. Um, I think he's kind of going a little downhill. Besides Bowser, that did fucking great. I wish there was more of him as Bowser in that movie, in the Mario movie, but he seems to be playing. I don't know. I love Jack Black's like regular movies, like Nacho Libre or School of Rock. Like it seems like now he's diving into more of these like video gamey like characters, and like
Yeah, franchises and
and
stuff
he
like
was never
that.
he was never serious, but like this is like less serious. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel you.
the genres of movies he's trying to do. Like it was with Jumanji, and then he did more movie. I don't think he did another movie in between, but then he did Super Mario. I thought he did great, but he's really it seems like he's really um, going after these video game movies, which is
Yeah.
cool. I mean, hey, I don't know. It could be a good movie, but
Isn't he in Borderlands?
Jack Black, I don't think so.
I think he's Claptrap.
Oh, is he?
I
Dude,
think so.
I didn't watch that movie. I don't think I'm gonna waste my money because the amount of
I'm not at all interested in it, man. It looks
yeah.
terrible.
The last movie on my list. This is a movie that I despise. I actually watched it with my mom while I was visiting home. Shout out my mom. She asked me to give her a shout out on the next podcast.
Okay.
I watched this movie with mom, so this one's for you. Um, so we watched a movie directed by Kevin Costner called Horizon: An American Saga. Okay.
Okay.
Set the premise of the movie. It's a western based on like the Indian times and that kind of expansion into Texas. I think yeah, it's in Texas. Yeah, I do. The movie is just so forgettable. I forget about things. But it opens up with this sick ass Indian attack and everything, and that's for 15 minutes. It's a long attack.
15
It's
minutes.
like 15 minutes of an Indian attack, and I thought, oh,
That's
that's like
insane.
it shows people getting scalped and like people burning alive and like just how brutal it was. And I thought it had me for the first 15 minutes, and it did. And then I didn't see that it was a fucking 3 hour movie, bro.
Lord. A
And
3 hour Western, just.
dude, and that was the only thing exciting was the first 15 minutes, and then I'm like, dude, I'm done. Because there's five different stories, like at least five different stories going on, and it's one of those movies where they all probably connect in the future at one point, but. And it's a saga, and so it's chapter 2 is coming out, and my mom, I don't know if she liked it or not. I think she said she liked it just because I told her I hated it. Like I think it was one of those things. But like I hated that movie. I thought it was so boring and lame, and like it had a lot of potential, but it just missed the mark. And I love Kevin Costner, bro. I think that dude's great. I hate Yellowstone.
Mhm.
I will never watch Yellowstone. I've tried to. I think Yellowstone is boring, and I think this movie has the same level of boring. Sorry if you like Yellowstone. I know a lot of people do that might piss you off, but I don't go fuck. All right, like that's my opinion. I hate Yellowstone, and I hate Horizon American Saga. Cancel it immediately.
Nice. All right.
I know you
I will
probably don't,
not watch Horizon American
dude.
Saga.
Honestly, if you just feel like wasting your time one day, like all of your day, just watch it because if you have a day where it's like, I just feel like not having a good day. Just watch that movie. You're entire
Perfect.
your
I
entire
love
day.
having those days. If
Your
your day's just going too well,
Yeah, if it's like this day is too great. I gotta numb it
if you
down.
wake up on the right side of the bed,
Yeah, if you need to get slapped back into the realities of the world, just watch that movie. But
all right. All right, I got a connection right here.
okay,
Speaking of Kevin Costner, he was in The Man of Steel. And speaking of Superman,
okay,
there's a new Superman movie coming out next year.
really,
Yeah, I'm super hyped for it. It seems like it's going to be a really interesting take. It's James Gunn, the guy who made Guardians of the Galaxy.
I do love Guardians
He's
of the Galaxy.
directing.
Okay, I haven't heard about this.
Um, yeah, it's coming out in July, I believe. It's Superman, but there's no actual plot details as of right now, but just from set leaks and stuff,
Okay,
there's a bunch of different superheroes in this one, just and from what it looks like, they're teamed up and Superman isn't. Like he's his own thing, and then you have Green Lanterns there,
okay,
Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, and Metamorpho. They're all there, and I don't know. It looks pretty cool just from the set pictures I've seen. I'm not entirely sure what to expect, but if we can expect James Gunn to do with Superman what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy, I think it'll be pretty good.
I gotta say, I think Superman is the most boring superhero to me.
I think he's dope, man.
I don't know. It just seems like the basic package for superhero. I don't know. I like a superhero. I like a hero with like a moral dilemma, I guess. And I don't think Superman has. He's just a good guy. I mean, he is the superhero. And I won't
See,
take that
that's
away
what you
from him.
think. That's what you think. You got to read into it a little bit, and I'm hoping that's what James Gunn will do because it's not. He just has this image like he's like, oh, I'm Mr. Generic Superhero Man. That's not what he's actually like.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of times he's had a moral dilemma. I mean, when Doomsday comes around, things are wild.
Okay.
I mean, growing up when he was Superboy, when he was a teenager, had no idea how to use his powers.
Yeah.
Things were crazy. I think you got to give it a chance.
I might. I might watch that movie. It just depends. Maybe if we want to do a review on it. So, I have designed a game for the podcast. If other people have a game like this, I have promised I didn't steal it. I thought I came up with this off the top of my head. Or not the top of my head, but I thought I came up with this. I thought it was a genius move. But if other people have it, I apologize. But the name of the game is Musical Movies. So, the goal of the game. Guess which movie is the number one spot and end with that movie. How the game is played. The host, myself, the host of the game reads off movie rankings from 1 to 10, but they are randomly mixed up. The host will read off the first movie. The player must take the first movie. As the game progresses, the player is able to swap out the current movie that was chosen for a new one. As the game progresses, the player is able to swap out the current movie that was chosen for a new one, or stay with the one he already has. However, the player can only pick the movie he is currently on. In other words, once he has moved on from a movie, he cannot take it in the future. If the player makes a mistake, they are stuck with it. It makes sense? So you're basically just trying to end up with the top one with the first.
Okay.
So I have 2 games that I've designed. Game 1 is highest gross profit, or Game 2 is the most expensive movie. So this is not, it's not a your opinion. It's from different sources. So the first game is from Rotten Tomatoes. Highest gross profit is from Rotten Tomatoes, and then the most expensive movies back from 2023 and back, the source is IGN.
Yeah, let's do most expensive. I have no clue. Most expensive.
Okay, sick. This is from 2023 and back, so not including 2024 movies. So there might be some 2024 movies that are more expensive now. With the first movie we're gonna go with is Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
Is that the newest one?
Yeah, it is the newest one. Yes, it is.
Okay, so for sure that means it's automatically going to be more expensive, seeing as it's Disney.
Okay.
But
So
I don't know. I was never big on the Pirates of the Caribbean. I saw the first one. I thought it was solid, and I just never felt the need to come back to the franchise.
yeah,
But I mean,
Yeah,
they do have insane special effects.
they do. I will say, the CGI and that is pretty crazy, especially in that movie.
Yeah, for when it was the first movie, that is, it was pretty groundbreaking. But this one, I don't think I ever saw this one, but I think it'll be up there. But okay, let me know the next one. Let me see if I can.
All right. So the next movie in the randomized list, Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna drop Pirates of the Caribbean.
So we're
Take
dropping.
that. So let me tell you why I think I'm automatically taking this one over.
Okay.
It's an Avengers movie, right? So you have to pay the actors. You
Yeah.
have Robert Downey Jr., huge name. Chris Evans, huge name.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, and I guess the rest got big because of Avengers. But then you have a talking robot, fully CGI,
Yeah.
just a straight up talking robot. And yeah, I think that's a pretty dang expensive movie.
Yeah, I think
The Hulk, like
anything coming out of Marvel is bound to be super expensive. Like,
any of those big Disney properties are gonna be huge, like
yeah.
Star Wars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right.
So you want to move
What
on?
we got next?
Next
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the list, this is this would be the third out of the 10.
Okay.
That's not the order. It's just the third out of your 10 lists.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is hard to. This is kind of hard for the first time playing, but
You're good.
the third would be Avengers: Infinity War.
Automatically more expensive, I believe.
Okay.
So I'm dropping it. Ultron.
Dropping Ultron.
Going
You're
Infinity
adding.
War.
Infinite.
So back to the idea of the actors. Infinity War was the major crossover event.
Yeah.
You know, it had all the Avengers, Doctor Strange, the Guardians of the Galaxy were there.
Yeah. Everybody.
Spider-Man was there.
It's crazy how many people it had.
Had Thanos and his whole gang.
He was CGI.
Completely
That dude
CGI.
was only CGI. So
Yeah, yeah.
you don't realize how expensive CGI is, and
Dude, I know.
it's like an untouchable thing too. It's like crazy how expensive it is to use or make.
All right, yeah, I'm rocking with that. That's gotta
Okay.
be so expensive.
Okay. So right now you dropped Age of Ultron and you've added Infinite Warfare or Infinite War. My bad.
It's
Next on
Infinity
the
War.
list, this is fourth on our number 10 list.
Okay.
We have Fast and Furious 10.
No, I'm good. I think
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of cars. There's some CGI with these car scenes, but I I don't think it matches up to Infinity War.
I would say you got to think about the practical effects too. Whenever you're
There are a
thinking
lot of
about it, there's
explosions
a
and a lot of buildings crumbling and roads
and
crumbling.
you got to think about how stacked that cast is gonna be. Doesn't that one have like John Cena in it? You know?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't say it's I would go. I wouldn't take it personally.
I can't drop Infinity War, you
Yeah, just
know?
because of. But if that came like earlier, I definitely would have picked it up. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this would be the fifth in
Okay.
our game here. We have Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Oh man,
Yep.
that's hard
Yeah.
because that's like all CGI,
Yeah.
like all of it.
The entire movie is just. Yeah, there's not a single like regular
Man.
shot in there.
Yeah, it's like everything is just completely created on on a green screen, man.
Yeah.
See, that's rough because that also had what I think that one had Mark Hamill in it, Luke Skywalker. He's getting paid big time.
Big time. And it's to Disney, like we were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I literally name dropped Star Wars earlier as one of the more expensive ones.
Yeah, literally.
I
That's a hard choice. Between Infinity War and Star Wars CGI giants right now.
I think I'm gonna hold on to Infinity War because in my mind, at the time of release, Marvel was making more money than Star Wars, so they're willing to put more money into Marvel.
Okay,
And I
that
think
makes
it was
sense.
way more hype than Star Wars was at the time. A lot of people were jumping off the Star Wars train at this time.
Yep.
It still made plenty of money, I will say, but like I think
We're not talking about
Marvel had
making
the
money.
bigger pull.
We're not talking about making money. We're talking about spending the money.
No, I know. I'm just
Yeah,
saying that they're willing to put more into it because they know they're going to get more out of it. So I'm going to hold on to Infinity War.
that's a justifiable. Okay, number 6 on our list um, is Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
No,
No, you're sticking.
I'm not, and because I dropped The Last Jedi, that's why I'm dropping The Force Awakens
Okay.
because there had and addition to that, there hadn't been a Star Wars movie in so long, so I don't think they'd spend as much money as they could have. It was huge, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but this was before Infinity War, and you got to take into account the inflation of movie budgets in that short time.
Yeah.
I think The Force Awakens was like 2017, and Infinity War was 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
But they're
hard. It's hard because both those franchises are owned by Disney.
yeah,
You
and they're
know.
both giants, you know.
Yeah, they're huge, huge movies. Yeah.
But I'm holding Infinity War.
Okay,
Got to keep that in my pocket for now.
we're holding on to Infinity War. All right. So this is one. All right, so this is number 7 on our list. We
Okay.
have Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, the newest or the third, or that's the second of the trilogy
I
of the
think
newer
that's the
trilogy.
second. That's tough because dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they
Another
went in the
CGI
lab.
giant.
Think of all the money that they spent going into the labs, getting the DNA, making the dinosaurs. Like,
Yeah.
That can't have been cheap.
Yeah, I imagine bringing a whole species of animal back from the dead. It's gotta be hella expensive. All those real dinosaurs they got in there.
See, this is rough, man. I think if this would have been Dominion, I would have gone for it.
Dominion's the one with the one with the G, that big ass one,
Yeah.
the really scary dude. Not the one with the big ass.
I
This is
think,
Fallen Kingdom's the one with the big ass house, isn't it? Where they're fighting like
think
the
so.
really smart
Yeah.
Velociraptor thing. Yeah. Oh, the Indoraptor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Fallen Kingdom. Okay, yeah.
I'm keeping Infinity War
You're
again.
still keeping Infinity War? Okay.
It might be a little controversial, but I'm holding on to Infinity War.
All right, that's fine. It's your list, man. All right.
I only got three movies left, right?
Yeah, yeah. Only 3 left.
Oh,
So number 8 on our list. You're gonna like this one. Is Avengers Endgame.
yep, I'll take it.
You take it. You drop it. Infinity War. Okay.
Yeah, there. Man, I might regret that.
All right. You got any reasons why you dropped Infinity War for Endgame?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I might regret that because there was less cast members, but
So
still, I think they knew this one was going to make 100 billion trillion dollars. So they were like, we're pumping all the money into this. It's going to be big time. This is going to be the culmination of all our efforts over the past like 10 years.
okay. So what was I gonna say? I was just about to say something. Lost my train of thought. Keep moving. Sorry. I was gonna say something.
Okay.
My bad. I'm
Okay.
doing that. Um. But yeah. All right. So you're taking Endgame. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. I remember. So while we're still on the topic, on the current movie, you could switch it if you want. If you like, say you change your mind last second. But until we move on to the next movie, you're stuck with whatever you
Okay.
got. So if you want to
I
go back to
I
Infinity
think
War,
I'm
you can. But if you
no, I think I'll keep Endgame.
okay, okay, we're sticking with Endgame. All right, you only got 2 left.
All right.
All right, number 9 on our list is Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker. I don't even know what that's about. I didn't even watch. I hate the new Star Wars movies, but did you watch this one?
Yeah, it was not very good.
I don't think any of them are very good. I'm out of coffee.
I like The Force Awakens. That one was good. I didn't like The Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker.
I think they just messed it up. I think they just messed them all up. You know.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold on to Endgame.
Okay, we're sticking
right.
with Endgame. All right, last one.
Okay.
This is gonna be a big one. All right, I think this one's gonna mess you up. Number 10 on our list is Avatar: Way of the Water.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was right. I didn't mean that. That one's a hard one.
Yeah, it's. I'm taking it.
You
It's.
taking it?
They gave James Cameron so much money for that movie, and he came through, of course, because I mean, that guy's just movie magic. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not an Avatar fan, but I know that James Cameron can make a good movie.
Oh, you can. Don't get me wrong. I didn't like the second one as much as the first one, but it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
I'm taking the way of the water.
So you ended. You were locked in. This is your. Yep. You took Way of the Water.
Yeah,
You're locked in. That's your final answer.
I'm locked in.
All right,
That's
locked
the
in.
most expensive movie.
So you ready for me to start listing them off from
Yeah, start at the bottom.
from bottom to top? All right. At number 10, we have Star Wars: The Last Jedi. That cost Disney $300 million.
Jesus Christ, and that's number 10.
Yeah.
That's
Se-
insane.
Number 9 is Avengers: Infinity War with
Oh, I held on to that one for so
Yeah,
long.
I know.
Oh my god.
325 million, and that's number 9.
Okay.
You were right to swap out with that one. Number 8, we have Fast and Furious 10, 340 million.
Jesus.
Yeah. Number 7 is Avatar: Way of the Water
No!
for 350 million. Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Uh, this one's gonna shock you too, bro. At number 6,
Endgame?
we have Avengers Endgame for
Oh my god.
365 million.
I just wasn't close. I wasn't close.
These ones are okay. So I should have explained this. 6 and 5 are tied. So of Endgame, and then we have Avengers: Age of Ultron for 365 million. But I think it was. Oh, I think Age of Ultron was more expensive by like a point of a million. So in the thousands, but still more expensive. Number 4, we have Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, $379 million.
Good Lord, man.
For number 3, we have Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker for $416 million. Huge jump.
Okay. It's The Force Awakens is number 1, isn't it?
At number 2, we have Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom for $432 million. Not dude. It's a shocking list when you don't have any idea. And at number 1, we have Star Wars: The Force Awakens for $447 million.
I guess it makes sense. I guess it makes sense for every reason I said it didn't, because that's the first Star Wars movie since the prequels came out. Oh my god, man! I blew that list.
Hey, but I think it's completely understandable because you would expect, especially an Avatar movie, to be super. It's 3 hours long, and there's all
CGI.
Dude, I don't think that was a hard list to go through. You'd have to really know your stuff about movies to get number 1. But yeah, so you finished with number 7. You were 7. 7th place.
So bad, man.
That's all right though.
At least I wasn't last.
Yeah.
At least I didn't settle on 10th.
Did you enjoy the game though?
Yeah, I loved it. That was awesome.
Yeah, I could keep doing stuff like that if you'd like. And it doesn't. I don't even think it has to be about movies. It could be musical video games, musical anything.
Yeah.
We're just going around, just like trying to guess.
You
the
do
movie.
like biggest flops of all time or something, or like
or like most
lowest rated albums or something.
So what I was gonna try to do is most widely hated movies, but that was so hard because every single list was so different. I was like, that doesn't seem very fair.
You should have done like lowest critical rate or like lowest Rotten Tomato score or something.
The thing is, there's so many zeros.
Oh wait, yeah, no, never mind. That's stupid. Lowest Rotten Tomato score. There's so many movies out there. I'm dumb. It's get hard. A random movie that some like college student made in his dorm.
Yeah, it's movies like no one knows, and that's why I didn't do it. So would you like to go through our top 5 movies? Moving on.
Yeah, let's do top 5 movies.
All right. So to send off our second video ever of the Plethora show, we're gonna last episode we did a top 5 video games of all time, and today we're gonna do a top 5 movies of all time. Super excited. I think me and Alex had a lot of fun with this last time. Do you want to start, or you want me to start it?
Yeah, I'll start us off.
Okay.
I'll give you my honorable mention of my 5. So for my honorable mention, I'm gonna go with Pitch Perfect.
Really?
A little out of left field.
Really?
I love those movies. They're so funny, and I love the music. And so for the first one, I just think it had a really cool vibe to it.
Yeah.
And it was random. It was like out of nowhere when it came out. Like, why is there a movie about acapella? I don't know, but it's hilarious, and here's some cool renditions of songs.
That's pretty cool.
I think it gets to my honorable mention.
I've only seen the first one, and I think I saw it like one time. I may have to watch it again.
For my 5, I'm going with Knives Out. Have you seen that?
The Glass Onion Knives Out one, dude. I haven't.
The first one of that, yeah. Glass Onion's the sequel.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen either of those movies. Are they?
So it's awesome. I love it. It's a great mystery. It follows a detective named Benoit Blanc.
Okay.
And he's investigating a murder at this rich family's house, and it was a novelist, and he was found with his throat slashed.
Okay.
And he's investigating a murder, and it's revealed pretty early on how he died, and the detective knows. The only thing is like it doesn't quite make sense,
Okay.
and he protects the murderer for the whole movie
Really?
and digs to find out what it really is, and he has to deal with this super entitled family, the family full of rich people who got all their money from this grandpa dad dude who died, and it's just so good. It's kind of funny, and it has a great twist,
Okay.
and it's one of the best modern mystery movies I've ever seen.
I've been hovering over that movie on Netflix for like months, and I just always end up watching something else. So if it's in your top, it's good enough to be in your top five. I might as well try it. It's just I'm
Yeah,
not the,
it's oh, go ahead.
I'm not the biggest like mystery person, like murder mysteries ever. Like I'm not super into that.
Oh, I love a good murder mystery that has some character to it.
Yeah.
I'm not big on these true crime things. That's not my cup of tea at all. But I like a good murder mystery that has some personality. And
Yeah.
I think you have Daniel Craig playing a guy who sounds like Foghorn Leghorn. Like he has this crazy accent, and it's awesome. I do recommend it
Okay. All right. I'll have to give it a watch. But
for sure.
for my honorable mention, I was actually torn between three of them. I forgot. I honestly just now forgot what they were. But I have the one that is the first honorable mention. But this is the honorable mention I have is Old Boy. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen that movie,
I've seen clips. I haven't seen it.
dude? When I tell you that's the best plot twist I've ever seen in a movie, dude, it's great, bro. That movie is so unique. It's so different. Dude who plays Thanos. What's his name again?
Josh
Yeah,
Brolin.
Josh Brolin kills it, bro. He kills in that role, and it's kind of fucked up, and it's like you're trying to figure out what's going on. You're like, it's like a revenge movie. It's just very good. I really highly suggest watching it. My other two honorable mentions was going to be Long Legs or Prisoner with Jake
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman. Those are my other two. I was kind of torn, but Old Boy really sold it for me. Like honorable mentions.
I know
Um,
the original Old Boy was like revolutionary for combat in movies.
really, was this an original?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Korean.
Oh, okay. That's probably why I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Well, I'd
yeah.
be hella interested to see that. Damn it! I want to, dude. I have like four now, and then Warrior with Warrior. God, honorable mentions is so hard. Anyways, but moving on from my number five, I actually have two movies. They're the same brand. We talked about them earlier. It's
Okay.
Hellboy 1 and 2.
Okay.
The reason why they're on number five together and not like in different spots is just because I don't know. To me, it's like it's not the same movie, but it's just I don't think they're good enough. It's both those movies are equally good to me. I just don't think they're good enough to be
Mhm.
on four. And the reason why I picked Hellboy is maybe it's not the best movie, maybe it's not the best acting or the best story, but it's just a pure nostalgia of that. I remember it's like one of the first movies I ever watched with my dad, and it just reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of my dad, and like being a kid.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know. I just that movie like the art style, or like the way
The
that movie
direction of
is,
it,
the
yeah.
direction of the movie, I think is what helped shape my personality today. I like kind of like darker, like maybe early 2000s kind of vibes. I stick with like
Mhm.
American traditional tattoos. Like that's my thing, and that movie really helped set the pace for my life. Like I like playing all the edgy characters, or like all the
Yeah.
characters with tattoos. Like they look different. Like they don't care about what people like. And Hellboy just gives me that vibe, and that's just what made me kind of go for that.
All right.
That's why it's my number five.
I like it. I love Hellboy.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. My number four. My
What?
number four is a musical.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called Tick Tick Boom.
Never even heard of that.
It's a Netflix original. It's about the life of Jonathan Larson. He was a playwright who wrote a super famous musical. You might not have heard of it. It's called Rent.
No, I
Uh,
haven't.
It's it's huge, and so it's about his life in late '80s, the '90s, I think, and it's about him working at a diner, trying his best to get his musical off the ground.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is, this whole movie's about this one musical, and it never came out.
Really?
It, it was called Superbia, I believe.
Okay.
never came out. It never went big. But yeah, it's about the struggles he's with. His it was during the AIDS crisis, and in musical theater, there's going to be a lot of LGBT folks, so
Yeah.
they were going through it pretty hard.
Okay.
And his girlfriend wants to kind of give up the dream of being in the big city and go somewhere else, and he's not ready to give that up.
Yeah.
And it's a good biography. It's a musical. Andrew Garfield plays the main character.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and he's a great singer, and my girlfriend loved it, which was so surprising because she doesn't like musicals at all.
Okay.
And I was like, "Come on, you just got to watch this one with me, man. It's great. It'll have you crying, man.
Really?
It's a really heartfelt movie. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I do love musicals, and I do love sad movies. My fourth is actually a sad movie too. You ready for my number four?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Let's
kind
do
of
that number
it's kind of
four.
cool that your number four was a sadder movie. Mine is a sad movie. I actually just watched this movie. I watched this movie with my mom. She suggested it to me, and I'm very thankful for that. It's called The Whale. Have you seen that?
Oh, I
With
haven't, but you were telling me about
Brendan
it.
Fraser, bro. Oh my! I don't want to give away too much of it, but it is a. I'll give up. I'll just tell you the basics of it. So it's about a reclusive, um, morbidly obese man, very obese, and his friend's a nurse, and he tells him you have a week to live, and then he has this daughter that he's trying to reconnect with, and a crazy ex-wife, and there's this like missionary that's trying to save this dude, and just imagine a movie where the main character just gets shit on for an hour and like 27 minutes, and then the last 3 minutes of the movie, it's like finally, oh my god, finally something like happier or like positive, and dude, it's just like, god, the acting is insane. What's cool about that is what I think is super interesting is y'all remember Brendan Fraser? He was George of the Jungle.
Yeah,
I'll put a picture of the
The
movie
Mummy.
or the Mummy. I'll put some pictures of the movies he was in when I edit this. But he was super famous early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, and then I don't know if you know this, but he was actually sexually assaulted
Yeah,
as he got his ding dong touched, and he got blacklisted to Hollywood after that, and they fucking hated him. And everyone thought, oh, he can't do it again. Like he hadn't done a movie in years, and this is the first movie he came back to after like 10 years. And they're like, oh, Brendan Fraser doesn't have it. He doesn't have it anymore. Like he's just washed up. And then he won like so many awards off this thing, bro. And his acceptance
I
speech
remember
is
that, man.
insane. Like he deserves it, bro. God, oh my dude. Just thinking, there's a scene where he just I need to know that I've done one thing right in my life, and that scene is just so. That's like a line. I quoted a line from the movie there, and dude, that part is just so powerful. If you want to cry, bro, watch that movie.
I'll have to, man. I've kind of been avoiding it because I just know it's just gonna be a pain fest, man. Just ragging on the guy, and I know it's gonna hurt.
It's so good though, and there's like the way the story reveals itself is just good. Just kind of like almost like has some mystery in it too. Like what's up? What's wrong with this? How did this dude get here? And what's crazy is it's shot entirely out of his apartment. You don't go anywhere else in the movie. You
Really?
stay in the apartment. Like
Well, just like
that's
he
it.
does, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because you're trying to. It's giving the sense of, and like maybe just a place for the patio, but like he doesn't ever go anywhere. It's just in the apartment, and it sounds like it'd be a boring setting, but it really engages you. Anyway, but that was my number four.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. I'll have to check it out.
You really should. You and Sterling would like it too, I think.
All right, so getting away from the sad movies, this movie's a little sad, but overall, I'd call it super wholesome, very hopeful and uplifting.
Yeah.
We Bought a Zoo is my
Oh
number three.
my god, bro, that's such a good movie,
It's just an incredible movie. Matt Damon is amazing in it,
dude.
and it's just really one of those things that gives you hope. They're all going through so much, every character, and he just looks back and he thanks his wife for this opportunity to buy a zoo and come together with his family, come together with his workers, a new family, and it's just a
Bro.
beautiful movie.
I gotta say, I forgot about that movie, but oh my god, bro, that movie is, it's I don't know. It's a tearjerker at some points. Then it's
It
super
is.
hopeful, and it's just
It's just very heartfelt, you know.
the acting is great. I love all the characters.
Even like
It's a lovable movie, bro.
exactly, man.
Wow, I that really deserves to be in my honorable mentions. There's so many movies you forget.
I know because there's somebody out there, and I mean, it's just that movie. It's always stuck with me just because. Yeah, there's some pain, but they're fighting through it to do something
Yeah,
bigger than themselves.
and it's
He's bringing his family together.
that's based off a true story, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it
It's
is.
a good question.
Here, let me look it up real quick. Let me look it up.
Okay, because yeah,
Is
even
we Go
the
ahead.
kids were great actors in that movie.
Oh, here we go. Is We Bought a Zoo a true story? Cameron Crowe's 2011 comedy drama film We Bought a Zoo depicts the affecting true story of Benjamin Mee,
Really?
who bought a 30-acre zoo located in Dartmoor, England. Oh, really? England. Ben's search for a house for his family to stay in ended when he learned about Dartmoor Wildlife Park. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that was based in
That's awesome.
England.
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
What a great movie, though. That is a great
Yeah,
little feel-good movie. I think I watched that in
it really
theaters, and
is.
I loved that. Yeah, that's a good choice right there. All right, you were for my
All
number
right,
three?
what do you got? Yeah.
My number three comes from the great director's mind of Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
Um, I think
Legend.
for mine, it's Django Unchained.
Okay.
Dude,
That's
when
that's a classic.
I think that is the best depiction of slavery we've seen in a movie. And I get it, there's some parts that's fantasized and like overdone, over the top, but that movie shows the brutality of slavery in such a grounded way, bro. It's so shocking, but it still keeps a lighthearted feel about it. And it's just the music's insane. I fall in love with all the characters. Even fucking John Candy, or his name is John Candy, or Mr. Candy, you know,
Yeah.
killed it, bro.
John Candy's an old actor.
Yeah, my bad, not John Candy, but the dude that Leonardo DiCaprio plays, Mr. Candy, dude, and just a stat cast. That dude,
Oh yeah.
turtle shell tabletop scene was insane, where he actually breaks the glass on his hand, and he keeps going with it. And he rubs it over his face, and it's actual
Yeah,
expression,
man, it's insane.
and just the aura behind Django is insane, and especially Dr. Schultz, King Schultz. Dude, it's just such an interesting thing. A slave became a bounty hunter, and then he goes and rescues his wife. It sounds like a simple tale, but it's just not. And it's just such a shocking movie, you know.
Yeah, it really is. It's solid for sure. I'm not a huge Tarantino guy, but
Yeah,
I know he definitely has his hits.
yeah. Some of them are hit or miss. I like Pulp Fiction, but I don't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I thought that movie's incredibly boring. I don't know if you've seen it.
I like the concept of it. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen it. I think it's an interesting concept. It just didn't execute it in a way I would have liked.
and
Kill Bill,
yeah, Kill Bill is
awesome.
good. I think the Hateful Eight. I didn't really like that much.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
wasn't a fan.
there's just too much going back and forth for me, but it's okay. Quentin, he has his hits and his misses for me, but Django Unchained
Yeah,
is definitely
same.
number three. Also because that's a very pinnacle. My dad loved that movie, and we watched every time that movie. I don't know how many times I've seen that movie, but yeah, that was my number three.
All right. So for my number two is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
That's the animated one, right?
Yes, it's the second one.
Okay.
So there's a lot of contributing factors for this one.
Yeah.
One of the main things is I was at a rough time in my life when this came out. I
Okay.
lost my job at the news station,
Yeah.
and I was depressed trying to find a job. And I was like, I gotta see this movie, man. I have to see this movie. I
Yeah.
love Spider-Man, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go to the theater. Let's go watch it, and it genuinely improved my life. How
Really?
much I liked it. Genuinely,
That's cool.
I saw it and I was just like, you know what? I'll make it. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And another big thing is that it has Miguel O'Hara. Spider-Man 2099, and I've
Okay.
loved him since I was super young. He's Mexican and Irish, like me, and
Okay.
so that was huge for me.
Uh,
And I've loved this character for so long. And yeah, he's been in a couple video games, a couple like cartoon TV shows, but he really got a chance to shine in this movie, and it was just awesome. And the soundtrack, it had an awesome
yeah.
soundtrack by Metro Boomin.
Really. Okay.
Yeah, it's it's up there for me, man. Obviously, I mean it's my number two, but like I
Yeah. I
love it, man.
I gotta say I love that rendition of Spider-Man. The Miles
Yeah.
Morales guy. Miles Morales. I love. Super interesting character. I just like the vibes. And the what am I trying to say? The visuals in that movie just
Oh
blow
my
you
God,
away, man.
dude.
The music's so good. Oh my god, the colors are beautiful. Like I gotta say, and just like the images. I remember when he's like swinging or like he sticks up somewhere, or the one where is that the one where he's doing the backflip and it's like everything's just so
That
beautiful, bro.
this is the one where he hits him with the nah, I'm gonna do my own thing, and then he takes off.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one. That's the one where he's like, bro, isn't he like he has an alternate universe and then there's an evil one,
Hmm.
evil Miles Morales? Okay, yeah, yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I've only
that's the
seen
one.
this movie.
That's how this one ends.
I've only seen Across the Spider-Verse one time, and it's like coming back to me slowly. But that was crazy.
Yeah,
Isn't he?
yeah, it's
Is he? Uh, what's that? What's his uncle's name?
the Prowler.
Is he the Prowler in that one? There's
Yeah, yeah.
okay, that's what I hit.
Miles
So,
is the Prowler.
oh, dude, that's so. I remember that was so sick. That was such a good reveal. Yeah.
And it just has such like a crazy message too. It's like you're letting all these people rule your lives with their arbitrary rules, and since I don't want my dad to die like you say he's gonna, and I'm gonna change it, you're all pissed off at me for
Yeah.
not wanting my dad to die. And the
Yeah.
fact that the people from the first movie who loved and supported him so much turn on him in this movie, like you have Gwen, Peter B. Parker, both
Yeah.
turning on him, trying to get him to just stay there, which is insane. These people who he thought was on his side just straight up turning on him.
Yeah.
Now, eventually, they do end up supporting him, but it's just crazy to show how like they seek out that authority and that structure. And Miles says, "Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing, man." Like
Yeah.
it's an incredible story with a great message.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't. I wish I watched it in theaters, but I watched it
Oh, I
on
saw it twice in
Netflix.
theaters.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It deserves. It deserves it. I like. If a movie's sorry,
You're
like
good.
I was saying, if a movie's really good, I'll watch it twice in theaters. Like I watched the Batman movie like 3 times in theaters.
Me too. I was
Cause
working at a theater when that one came out, so
yeah,
any free time I had, I just go hop in a theater and
that's
check
sick.
it out.
Yeah, I was that was one of those movies where I was like, dude, I gotta show my friends this, and I just go with them because I wanted to see their reaction to it. Yeah.
Incredible movie.
Yeah. Are you ready for my number two?
Yeah, let's hear your number two.
So this one is not a very popular movie, and I don't think a lot of people know it or have seen it, but I love it. It's Mud. That's the name of the movie.
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey, Mud.
I haven't seen it, but I know about it.
So you'd probably watch this movie and be like, why the fuck is this Colby's like number two? And it's just like it's not like anything crazy or special, but it's based on like I think it's in Arkansas. And it's about this convict dude. That's Matthew McConaughey's character. And he recruits these two boys to like help him like get stuff because he's on the run from the police. He killed somebody. I won't say who, but I don't know. It's just like such an adventurous. I don't know, bro. It's not even adventurous. It's kind of it has this vibe that I just fuck with
Yeah, no, and
heavily.
sometimes it's just undeniable vibe, you
It's
know?
just I don't know how to explain the vibe of the movie, but it's just great. I like movies that feel grounded and like
Mhm.
they're adventurous, but they're not like over the top. Kind of like have you seen the movie The Road?
I haven't.
Well, dude, you gotta watch that movie. That's about the end of the world, and like it's just a super fucking grounded, fucked up movie. but it's great. It's not like super messed up, but I think you really like it. I love post-apocalyptic stuff. But anyway, straying from the topic, it's the same, almost the same kind of vibe. They're two different, completely different movies, but the groundedness of it, and like it just feels like real people, you know. But it's kind of hard for me to explain the movie without giving too much away. But I just love the way the characters like interact with each other in that movie.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we ready for my number one?
Yes. 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 Yes.
All right, my big number one, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Really?
I
Okay.
love that movie to death, man. It's so goofy, but it's also really like really heartfelt, you know. You got a guy, he meets his girl and he has to fight her seven evil exes. And it's all very like video game cartoony, you
Yeah.
know, it has this like silly animations. When he finishes a fight and beats someone, they turn into coins. So it's just ridiculous, you know, and it I love the humor. One of my favorite lines is he's with the girlfriend at the start of the movie, and she's like, "Scott, I've never kissed a guy," and then he's like, "Hey, me neither." It's just so ridiculous.
What the heck?
I
So,
just love the humor.
so I've only seen that movie one time, but I put it on in the back as like background noise, cause like, or not really background noise, but it was just playing in the background. So I wasn't really paying attention to it. But I remember just like I was with my friend Madsen and Cam. We were sitting on like my futon at the time when we first moved into the apartment, and I was just like, dude, this. I remember just looking at it, I was like, this movie's so long. It just felt like so long to me. I don't know why, but I definitely would have to give it a rewatch, especially if it's your number one.
Oh yeah, man, it is. I love it. It's based on a set of comic books or graphic novels, and I got those, and it just enriched the story for me. It's very funny. All right,
Does
I
that
think we're
sound any
good.
better? Hello, hello. Okay, it's my mic again. Yeah, so you're. I'll definitely have to rewatch. I'll definitely watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I've never seen it, or I have seen it, but I didn't really give it like a solid watch or a solid
Yeah,
attempt.
give it a solid watch, man. It'll make you laugh. You know, there are sometimes some moments where it is genuinely like emotional.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think it's a good one.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to give it a watch. But you're for my number one.
Give me the grand number one.
I think everyone. I love. If you know me, I think a lot of people know this is my number one movie. But my number one movie of all time is Avatar. Not the Blue People
Yep.
Avatar, the first one. I think it's just, dude. I remember that has got to be the most impactful movie on my like to my childhood. I remember, I remember when I went to go see the movie in theaters. I bought the Avatar shirt before I even seen it. I was wearing it. My mom had made me mad because she pinched my arm because I was playing video games like in the movies theater, and like I was playing like Tekken, and she's like, we gotta go, like the movie's about to start. I was like, no, hold on, I gotta beat this guy, and she was like, come on, we gotta. She's like, listen to me. I was like, oh fuck, bro, that hurt a lot. And then I just remember just being so mad at my mom. And then I'm like, I'm sitting there, it's like, I'm gonna tell her I hate this movie, like just to make her mad. Like I thought the movie was terrible. And then I start watching this movie. It's like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like just the was beautiful music and visuals, and that movie did crazy stuff with CGI back in 2008, bro.
Oh, it had revolutionary technology, man.
It was
Groundbreaking stuff.
I remember just watching it and never seeing something like that before in my life. I'm just like, dude, yeah,
All right, yeah, I'll
yeah,
have to give it a rewatch, but yeah, that's a great number one. There's a reason it's the highest grossing movie ever.
yeah. And that's not that makes me feel kind of basic, but whatever. I love that
Well,
movie.
I mean, there's a reason, you know.
Yeah. Hey, down in the comments, if you want to give us your top five, I'd be happy to know, or you tell me how much you disagree with ours. Go ahead. Um, like or dislike, as long
If
as
you
it's.
want,
Go
if
ahead.
you want to say anything in the comments, maybe we'll read them off next video. You
Maybe.
know,
Yeah.
a little bit of chat with you guys. Got any questions? We'll give you some answers. If you think we're stupid and ugly and you hate us, we'll talk about that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. Just Tell us what you think. I'd love to know your favorite movie.
Yep. Give me
I
your
bet it's
top five.
trash. No.
I just want to say, um, just now, about a couple minutes ago, I realized my mic, it was reading through this mic and not this mic. Oh, sorry. So if there's some audio issues, I very much apologize for it. I'll make sure to edit, like, do a little thing about apologizing for audio issues if there is any. But yeah, so this has been the Plethora Show. Make sure you like and subscribe. New videos coming out every week. We record this once a Sunday. If you have any topics, any games, anything you think would be interested to hear us talk about, please let us know down in the comments. This is a community. This is not just me and him talking to each other. But if you know us and you want to be a guest on the show, please just let us know. Reach out if you got interesting stories you want to
Also,
tell.
man, send
We'd
us a
be
text.
we'd be happy to have you. This again is a community, not just me and him talking. But yeah, man, this is the Plethora Show. Thank you for joining.
Thank you guys. Peace
Yeah,
out.
see ya.